The one thing I see across almost every e-commerce brand that comes to me for help is that they're stuck in an endless cycle of giving out discounts in their email campaigns to drive revenue, and it looks super desperate. So would it shock you to know that for the 75 brands I've helped manage email and SMS for, we've driven over $40 million in revenue just from email campaigns without a single discount? Well, by the end of this video, you'll have 9 different email campaigns that you can send to your lists that will generate you way more demand and intrigue than ever before without having to rely on a single discount. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Luca. I'm the founder of Grow Pronto. We're an email and SMS agency that has driven over $65 million in sales for over 75 brands by helping them manage their email and SMS channels. And if you want even more email campaign ideas, just check out my free guide in the description. It's completely free and it's going to give you way more ideas to scale your email campaign revenue without offering a single discount code. So the first non-discount email campaign we're going to be looking at is going to be the bestseller spotlights. These emails show off your popular products that people already know, love, and are buying. This campaign will work for any brand, and it's especially useful for converting non-buyers into first-time purchasers. The reason why it works so well is because it eliminates all the guesswork for new buyers. If other people see that thousands of customers love your brand for this specific product, then they just assume that it must be good and they buy. Not only does it work great for first-time customers, it also works great for repeat buyers to encourage them to try different products. For example, if one of your customers has bought your best-selling t-shirt, then they will be a lot more inclined to go and try one of your other best-selling products as well. There are 1,000 different ways to frame a bestseller email, but here are some of the ones that I love to go with. Number 1, what everyone is buying right now, where you can show some trending styles. Number 2, backed by X number of reviews. So in this one, you might just show a bunch of your reviews and the total number of reviews for that specific product, our all-time bestsellers, and 1,000 more. The next non-discount email campaign we're going to look at are going to be seasonal campaigns. These emails will always be relevant because you're tying your product to the weather, the season, a holiday, the time of year, or even current events. They work great because you're making your product seem relevant to what's happening right now. For example, when you tie your products into the season, you're showing your customers how your products fit into their lives at this specific moment. Even if your products aren't new, framing them for the season is going to make them feel fresh and timely. It can give you a natural rhythm of content like we did for one of our clients. As you can see over here, we're switching between winter theme, spring theme, summer travel theme, and we get back into the winter theme again. Let's say if you're a fashion brand, for example, and it's around April or May, you might send an email that says something like transitional dressing, shop our spring lightweight layers, or something like that. If it's the middle of winter and you're a skincare brand, you might send an email that says something like struggling with dry winter skin, try these today. If you're a home furniture brand and it's around fall, you might send an email that says something like cozy up, textures, tones, and styles for fall. And finally, let's just say you're in the food and beverage space and you have a drinks company. You might send an email that says your go-to summer drink for summer plans. Seasonal campaigns are definitely one of the go-tos when we're filling out a brand's content calendar for the month, as we want all of the things that we're talking about to be relevant for right now. The third type of non-discount email campaign are going to be problem solution campaigns. These emails are going to focus on your specific customer pain point and position your product as the solution without a discount. When you talk specifically about the problem that your customers actually have, they're going to clue in and pay attention. And if you can do a good job explaining your product, they'll see it as the solution to the problem that they have. This shifts the conversation in their head from do I want this or do I need this to how can I not buy it? This actually solves my problem that I've been trying to solve for a while. If your product solves a very specific need, then having problem solution emails built into your calendar are going to work extremely well for you. For example, we work with a brand that sells an all-natural dog supplement that gives dogs all the nutrients that they're missing from their normal dog food. Their customers are often seeing some issues in their dogs, for example, a lack of energy, joint pain, digestion problems, and are often looking for an all-natural solution. So in our emails, we're often describing the exact problem to a T that they're seeing in their dogs, so the customer feels like we actually understand their problem, and then we'll showcase how our product is the solution to that problem. And when you do that effectively, you can drive millions of dollars in email sales for your brand through campaigns without ever offering a discount. This brings us into number 4, guides and how-to campaigns. Your customers are constantly getting bombarded with emails from other brands that are always trying to sell them something. One of the easiest ways to stand out is to provide that customer value without trying to sell to them immediately. So when you craft a guide or how-to campaign, you can actually provide value in the email and then incorporate your products into the guide or how-to in the email. Let's say you're a skincare brand and someone new signs up to your email list. They might be interested in improving their skincare. You can send a campaign or have an email in an email flow that shows them how to build the perfect skincare routine. So it might include a cleanser, a toner, a lotion, sunscreen, whatever the case is, but you can show your products in here in a guide like this so customers actually understand the benefits, what it's used for, and that they need it if they want to achieve this perfect routine. Guides and how-tos are some of the best ways to provide value in your emails and drive sales at the same time. Real quick, if you're finding this video helpful and you're serious about improving your email campaigns without discounts, then I recommend you go check out the free guide that I put in the description that goes into way more detail that I could fit in this video. It's going to include even more non-discount email campaign ideas, example angles for each of them, and a swipe file of examples for each of the campaign types. If that sounds helpful, you can go claim it for free in the description, and let's get back to the video. The next campaign that I want to talk about is founder and team content. These are the emails that spotlight the people behind your brand, whether it's your founder, the team, or the community that you fostered around your company. When you show the humans behind your product, you create an instant connection with your customers, and people are way more inclined to buy from people that they trust. This is going to add a lot more authenticity, which is something that your customers are likely not often receiving from other brands. There are some great ways to do this, and one of the trending ones is to show more founder content. So if you're the founder, get behind some of those emails. Write some plain text emails to your audience, show people why you created the product and the brand in the first place. You can even show the progress that you've made since you founded the brand to where you are today. There are like 1,000 ways to do this. Here's an email that we ran for one of our brands that showcases the founder's favorite picks and why she loves the products. This isn't exclusive to founder-led content. You can also involve your team. For example, an email that shows what your team is up to, behind the scenes footage, or even an email that showcases your team's favorite picks. This is basically just another way of framing the bestsellers. Here's a quick example of a brand on screen that's showcasing their team's favorite picks, and I just really like this email. This is an email from Cuts. It's in their welcome series. It basically just shows the customer why the founder started the brand. The founder is also decently known in the e-com space, and in their post-purchase emails, if you purchase during Black Friday, the founder would also send a thank you message for purchasing during the holiday season. These are just great ways to show the people behind your brand, which is going to build a lot of trust with your audience. The next type of email campaign is going to be the new rivals campaign. These are emails that announce something new to your catalog, whether it's a product, a new collection, a category, a new size, or even new colorways of the things that you actually sell. Just by including the word new in your email campaign, it's going to make it perform way better than not including it. People love new things. So anytime you say something that's new, it's going to drive natural interest. So the different angles obviously is for whatever's new at your store, whether it be a product, a collection, or whatever else. And when you're sending these emails, just make it very apparent in the subject line that this is actually new. So just some examples, I like to include new in all caps, maybe just dropped : or anything else that makes it super apparent in the subject line that this is actually new. And when you do send an email like this, you can see that they perform a lot better than just standard campaigns that you might be sending throughout the month. The seventh type of campaign that I want to focus on is going to be the educational spotlight email. These are emails that dive deep into what makes your products actually special. So what I want you to focus on is illustrating the benefits of your products in these emails. One of my favorite ways to do educational spotlights is through product-focused emails, where we isolate one product and explain all the benefits of that specific product, maybe use cases, maybe a review, and just really turn it into a mini sales page. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. As you can see, a lifestyle image at the top. We've got a nice infographic showcasing the benefits, some extra copy kind of illustrating that, and then we can shop different colorways, or even just the product at the bottom of the email. When people say that you can use email to nurture your customers, this is part of it. Like, you're educating your customers on your products so they feel comfortable and actually understand why they should buy it. So we'll throw a couple examples on screen of some product-focused educational spotlight emails, but it's not going to be limited to only product-focused emails. You can also use the educational spotlight angle in different ways for your brand. For example, you can tie it into the big idea of your brand. Let's just say you sell sunscreen, and your sunscreen is focused on more natural ingredients rather than all the chemicals in traditional sunscreen. You might send an email that says, why zinc oxide beats traditional chemical sunscreens. This isn't necessarily focused on a specific product, but it's tied into the big idea of your brand of a natural solution to being protected from the sun, while educating on your product and the benefits of your brand as well. Other examples of this might be the secret behind our performance fabric, or if you're a pillow brand, what makes our pillows so supportive. We'll throw some more examples up on screen now so you know what I'm talking about. Honestly, the educational spotlight might be my favorite campaign type on the list because you can go in such detail of educating your customer on how good your products are and why they're so good. Next, this campaign type that I'm about to talk about is going to drive insane revenue for your brand if you're not already doing it. It's going to be the limited restocks campaign. These are campaigns that announce that popular products are back in stock. Once you tell the customer that it's now available again, it's going to drive so much demand because people know that if they had their eye on it, they might not see that product again because it could sell out. It just works so well because it has urgency and FOMO built into the email without you needing to do much. If you want to take this email to the next level, you can even include the number of units that are being restocked in the email, which is going to drive even more urgency. A few years back, I got an email like this from Decathlon when I was shopping, and I literally bought right away, even being an email marketer and setting up these same emails in the past because I really didn't want that product to sell out again. These emails really do work, and here's a screenshot of some results so you can see how they perform. And last but not least, we want to look at the ninth and final campaign type on the list, and that's going to be the brand focused campaigns. So these emails are going to be around anything that's related to your brand, whether it be your mission, your values, your big idea, maybe a company announcement, or anything else. This is going to be your opportunity for your customers to actually connect with your brand on a personal level. So they're not going to be buying just from another company. They're going to be buying from your brand because they love your brand and its values. When you connect with your customers on a deeper level about why your brand actually exists, it forms a new type of loyalty beyond transactions. People don't just buy what you make, they also buy what your brand stands for and what they believe in. A great example of this is Patagonia. If you're someone who really cares about being outdoors and the environment, then you're not just going to be buying Patagonia because their clothes look nice, but also because what the brand stands for. So here's an example that illustrates what I'm talking about with Patagonia, as this is a year in review email that came from the brand that showcased what the brand did for its customers, its community, and how it's standing up for its values and beliefs. Emails like this are great to intersperse in your calendar because they don't just sell your products, they also sell your brand. It doesn't need to exactly be like this year in review email. It can be anything that's focused around the big idea of your brand. Just to paint the picture, one of our clients sells sun protective hats that have been an industry leader for over 20 years, but one of the big ideas of their brand is sun protection. So we created a series of emails that will go out every Friday, and because it's May, which is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, we created a series of emails that will go out one every Friday that shares one tip of how that customer can stay protected from the sun while they're outdoors. Here's an example of what one of those emails look like, and here's the response from the list. Not too bad, and it's also going to build a connection with their customers because you're providing value, and also strengthen what the customers believe the brand is about, as once again we're reinforcing the big idea of sun protection here. Now if you want more non-discount email campaign ideas plus a swipe file of over 100 non-discount campaign emails, then go claim your free guide in the description below. Now I can promise you these campaigns will crush it for you, but there's only one issue. If your emails aren't always reaching your customer's inbox, it doesn't matter how good the email is. So click here to check out the next video and learn how you can avoid going to spam, improve your deliverability, and land in the inbox almost every time so you can reach the full potential of your brand's email marketing. If this is something that you never looked into, this is your chance to take it seriously, because bad deliverability can ruin your brand's email marketing. If you want to learn more about it, click this video here and I'll see you over there.